Well, hello, hello, hello. We have been for a while on this channel talking about this one world religion that's going to be opening up, and we officially have gotten some big news today about it on the 16th of February. This is huge news. It's the One World Religion UAE Interfaith Compound featuring new synagogue is set to open up Thursday. It is a landmark at the United Arab Emirates, housing a new synagogue. It is set to open Thursday afternoon in a ceremony kicking off a series of events over the weekend. The Abrahamic family house, located on the on this island here, however you say this island, also contains mosaics and churches. It was set to open up in 2022. So, a lot of people were like, maybe people were wrong making videos about it, but it just had a little bit of a setback. We know that this is huge, huge news for everybody that's been following it for a while. And if everybody hasn't been following, the UAE normalized relations with Israel in the 2020 as part of the Abraham Accords deal that was made under U.S. President Donald Trump. Um, the design is from the Abrahamic family house by the renowned architect David Adagi, was unveiled during a meeting in New York in 2019. Times of Israel has a link on it that talks a little bit more in depth about it. This is monumental news, as we know in the book of Revelation. It hints towards a one world religion where people will press everything in one direction. But also, we've seen other breaking news with another train derailment outside of Detroit, Michigan, carrying hazardous materials like the one in Ohio and like the one that had happened in Texas, which there still hasn't been much reports about. There's been a lot of this going on. Counting that the Ohio River has had some issues. Now we're seeing that potentially the lakes in Michigan could now probably have some issues. You would think. Not much information on this yet because it's still pretty recent in development. But I did see that this was pretty interesting news too. That there is now a developing, if we can believe the World Health Organization, which I don't think we can, but nevertheless, I do believe End Times News. They stay pretty predominant with things. I try to stay away from things that are opinion based. If they are opinion based, I end up telling you they're opinion based, but there's a new outbreak that was confirmed of an Ebola like virus. Ebola was a very huge virus that ran through, and some people have had, you know, videos proving that people are like coming back, from being dead and like biting people, almost like a zombie type of thing. I seen some of those videos circulating back in the day, but there's not a lot that is going on with this right now either because it's still really relatively new. But this is the biggest thing here, and we can only expect um, over the weekend as this is going on. And if the blood moon video that I had shared recently, if it is true that a lady's seen a blood moon, and I'm seeing a lot of other people saying they've seen random blood moons that weren't scheduled over the Sea of Galilee, this could be, big warning for a lot of us that look, this is happening. It's been in the works. Now it's happening. Now it's going in. So what is going to happen next? We can only really go off what the Bible says of in Revelation when we start seeing like a one world government, one world type of religion. We already see the world that is pushing towards one way that we should all be intermingled with faith. I've done numerous videos about this on my End Times playlist. If anybody wants to check them out, there's lots of them on there that really kind of been pointing towards some of the biblical signs we've had in this world that is pointing towards the soon return of Jesus Christ. No one knows the day or hour, but it's most certainly, if we keep on having things like this happen, we can only speculate. So, planning on tomorrow, we will be street preaching out in the streets. It will be a little relatively colder than it's been the past couple days, but be reaching our way out into the Indianapolis streets to street preach. Looking forward to it, hoping that there's some souls that we can witness to, because we have been commissioned that we are supposed to go out and to witness the word to as many people as possible. Stay vigilant, keep your eyes alert. I'm releasing this video before my 7 o'clock video here in about an hour. We will be talking about Revelation 17, talking about the first of the 7 dooms in Revelation. So remember, just because the word doom's in it, it doesn't mean like the book of Revelation should be scary or like a doom to us. It's actually all about the glory of God, that he's going to make a new heaven, new earth, and there'll be no more pain for the ones that are written in the Lamb's book of life. The book of Revelations is a Revelation, not Revelations, excuse me. The book of Revelation is a very, very intricate book, very awesome book. It's also a much debated book. So, nevertheless, we got more train derailments. So pay attention to your water. If you have a way to test it, test it. If you have a way to get life straws, get life straws. Remember, it will not take away everything. I don't even know if boiling the water for the chemicals they've had will help. It might actually make it worse. But there is a lot going on in the world, and that's why we need to have our focus on Jesus Christ even more. So may God bless you.